So, like,
Amazing.
So, like,
Amazing. So, like.
amazing.
So,
like, amazing. So, like,
amazing.
so,
like.
amazing. So, like, amazing.
So,
like,
amazing.
so, like, amazing. So, like, amazing. So, like, amazing. So,
like, amazing.
so, like, amazing.
So,
like,
amazing.
so,
like, amazing.
So, like, amazing. So, like, amazing.
So, like, amazing.
The Bachelor is the first of its reality TV show kind to introduce harem dating to the nation. But as entertaining and addictive as it seems, how could anyone really fall in love in 2 months, with cameras following them around? Why would you go on a game show hoping to fall in love? What do you think of women on this show? While watching TV's popular show The Bachelor, we examine the heavy misrepresentation of women based on the phenomena of reality TV ultimately preserving antique gender roles and stereotypes.
Reality television is appealing to viewers because it enables them to live vicariously through the people they are watching. Viewers are able to feel the emotions of characters on television without leaving the comfort of their living room. Author Stephen Fuller says shows like The Bachelor are especially appealing because they portray something that all people can relate to: the search for love. Love is a universal theme that applies to everyone watching TV.
The Bachelor is a reality television show that was first aired in 2002 on ABC. The premise of the show is that a carefully selected single man is introduced to 25 attractive and available women. Over the course of a few weeks, the Bachelor is given a chance to date and become romantically involved with the women. At the end of each week's show, in a highly ritualistic moment termed the Rose Ceremony, the Bachelor selects the women who will return for another week of growing emotional and sexual involvement with him and often increasing rivalry among themselves.
As for the rest of you, Brett has 19 roses to hand out. 10 of you will be going home tonight. I wish you all the best.
According to author Cynthia Frisbee, reality TV is intriguing based on the social comparison theory. This theory states that people build an identity and cope with problems by comparing their lives to those of others. People compare themselves to others for a number of reasons: to determine relative standing on an issue or related ability, emulate behaviors, determine norms, lift spirits or feel better about their personal situations, and to evaluate one's self-worth. Reality TV enables viewers to compare their lives to the real ones portrayed on TV.
Mary Lisa Johnson also writes in her book that harem dating is also what turns us on about The Bachelor. A harem is defined as the wives or concubines of a polygamous man. The Bachelor essentially portrays every man's fantasy, dating a lot of beautiful women. This harem or group fantasy is a frequent source of erotic fascination and a recurring image in pornography.
Author Susan J. Douglas believes The Bachelor to be a reality TV show that perpetuates patriarchal values through the institution of marriage. Although the show involves harem dating, the ultimate goal of all women is to marry the Bachelor. This serves the interest of men and capitalism, two dominant factors in today's society. The show often serves to separate the women from each other by leading them to invest their time in a single man instead of building a network of relationships.
It's been really hard having so many girls here tonight. We're all trying to get his attention.
Johnson writes that new patterns of mobility, the increased presence of women in the workforce for longer periods of time, a delay in childbearing and rearing, an increased human lifespan, and a host of other social and economic changes means that young adults may spend more years dating and engaging in more premarital sex than previous generations. The Bachelor is a show that does not exemplify these values and maintains a preservation for antique gender roles.
As previously stated, The Bachelor is a show that perpetuates patriarchy. Women in the show are portrayed as young, slim, and primarily blonde. According to Douglas, young women flock to The Bachelor because they want to participate in a process that reinforces what kind of femininity ensures survival in a world still run by men. The show ropes viewers into damning certain behaviors while applauding others. This perpetuates a value from 1950 in which women are judged first and foremost on their bodies, faces, and personality traits rather than their intelligence, integrity, talents, or political conviction.
David S. Coffrey writes that the show portrays troubling stereotypes of femininity, weepiness, cattiness, and dependency on men. He also adds that many, if not most of these women are educated, have careers, and own their own businesses. However, so desperate they are to wed, they jump at the chance to marry a man whom they have known for a matter of weeks, and who was, in all reality, cheating on them up until the day he popped the question.
Jennifer Posner confirms Escoffery's beliefs in her book when she writes that girls on The Bachelor are portrayed as conniving, deceiving, and just vicious. Posner quotes Bachelor host Chris Harrison as saying the claws were bound to come out when one man is involved with more than one woman. Posner ironically states that The Bachelor portrays women as manipulative and seems to only show the viewer the women's antagonism towards one another after careful editing. Harrison admits to having the women staying up all night with the mix of feeding them drinks, influencing their behavior as well.
That first rose ceremony, the sun is coming out before we're done. When you're wondering, why are these women crying? Well, I think they're in pain because they've been up all night.
Well, just like you must edit out hours and hours of that show.
We do, and so that's why I actually like to go back and watch the show again. People ask if I rewatch it when it's on TV, and I do because I'm not sure what conversations and what will actually be on.
Author Annette Hill offers some objection that the sister reality format show, The Bachelorette, attempts to counteract such gender stereotypes. Although some might see this as the case, with there comes double standards from the audience. According to Johnson, host Chris Harrison sat the first Bachelorette, Trista, down and asked her to explain to uncomfortable viewers why she kissed more than one prospective fiancé. She immediately jumped at the chance to maintain her reputation by saying she was a good girl and not a tramp. With another Bachelorette, Jillian, Harrison made her justify a steamy hot tub makeout session with former Bachelor Jason Mesnick before he dumped her. To Jillian's credit, she was the first Bachelorette to refuse to apologize for her sexuality. She was a normal, healthy adult. If she wanted to pursue sexual attraction with a consenting partner, she saw no foul in this. Johnson calls this type of interrogation slut-shaming, which has traveled from the primetime series to the media spectacle that surrounds it. This seems pretty preposterous, as we can clearly see in The Bachelor that he has been intimate with many of the women.
I felt those things. I did.
Even things that were said and done on our last alone date. I honestly think we're completely inappropriate if you aren't gonna end up with me in the end.
Although The Bachelor provides some sort of entertainment to its viewers, it provides a harmful message to women. Ultimately, The Bachelor maintains a 1950s approach to feminism, seeing women as dependent on men. This reinforces patriarchal values while upholding antique gender roles and stereotypes of women. So next time you watch The Bachelor, take a second and think about what you're really watching.